Namaste everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of the series A Journey into Natural Perfumery. So today we are going to discuss with Mr. Mittal the how natural perfumes are made. Welcome sir. Welcome to
Thank you,
episode
Shivam.
3. So sir, my first question is I want to I also and our viewers also want to know how these natural perfumes are made, and I will be blessed if you teach us like technically how these perfumes are made.
Thank you, Shivam, because teaching in a few minutes is not possible because it's a total training for many years. But still, I can give a little bit of glimpse at how natural perfumes are made, because the main thing is that in natural perfumery, I told in the previous episodes that perfumery is a science as well as an art. But now, how the natural perfumes are made, many years back, they were nothing like synthetic. They were nothing like chemicals, or they were nothing like human made things. So everything, all because in olden days also, when there were kings and queens and everything, perfumes were there. In that time, might be we call it as ittar, because they were nothing like alcohol type of a thing. They were not. They were alcohol, but they were not using that type of a technology which now the recent and the modern days have. This technology of creating a fine fragrance. That is why we call it as perfume as a fine fragrance. So technology of natural perfumery is exactly like how the synthetic perfumery is made, but in a different way, because the perfume should be round. It should not bounce back. Like if you're having some notes, then you're smelling something, then it's having a different smells in after few minutes, after few seconds. But the perfume should be made round. And for making that round structure in a natural perfumery, we need to select each and every raw materials very carefully. It's not that you're mixing any raw materials and the perfume is made. It's a beautiful science, as well as when you design an art. Like art is also like a creativity. So this is a total creativity. Now I'm going to tell you how this structure of the perfume is made. Yeah. Okay. What I told you, every perfume is having a structure. So generally we describe perfumery in a structure form. That's a triangular form. And then we divide in 3 zones. So this one is known as top tones. This one is known as hard tones. And this one is known as bottom tones.
Okay.
In any perfumery. So now in perfumery, the designing of the perfume is being done. I'm talking about natural. First of all, let me tell you about natural, how the perfume is designed. Then I am going to tell you how the natural perfumes are made according to this structure. So the first zone is this in a triangular form. Now you can see, as per mathematics, this is having a less area. Then the second is this one, this area. Okay, this is having a bigger area. Then the third one is this. This is having much bigger area as per mathematics. Zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. What does this mean? This means that the top tones is being all the raw material which is used in this top tones are less. This is higher. This is higher. This is how a perfume is designed for the longevity. Less area, more bigger area, more bigger area. This is how we use the raw materials in these 3 tones, top, heart, and the bottoms.
Okay, sir.
Now, the main thing which comes is the evaporation rate. The evaporation rate goes from bottom to top. This means that the top tones evaporates much more faster. The hard tones evaporates lesser. And then the dry down tones, we call it as bottom tones, as the dry down tones, that evaporates very less. Like the evaporation rate of the bottom tones is much lesser as compared to the top tones. Right? And this is how we make the structure of any perfume. And the longevity goes like this. Means
top to bottom.
From top to bottom, longevity means you smell first the top, then the heart, then the bottom. Then when you spray the perfume on your body or on your cloth, it does not smell like. We have a particular blotter. Blotter means the smelling strip on which we smell the perfume and then analyze that what is happening. This is how we are being trained in the perfumery. Now, this is the structure of how we make the perfumes. Now, come to the question of natural perfumery. In natural perfumery, we are only using the natural components, whether it's directly the essential oil or the natural aroma molecules. But it is not that like we are using any components without any rules and regulations. We have rules and regulations in the world market because that natural components or natural essential oil that we are using in these three tones should not be allergic, should not be asthmatic, should not be causing any problem to any human body. So we are using the raw material, those only raw material in such a proportion that it does not cause any allergic reactions to a human body. However, as per the laws, there are some of the constituent or allergens which are described in the perfumery, especially in the natural components, which might be allergic to a body. But we are using, now this is science. This is not an art. Art is making a composition that gives a good smell and is a perfume is round. And now that comes a science, how we are using the natural component. For example, in the top tones, we are using mainly the citrus tones, aromatic tones, as well as aldehydic. However, in natural, we don't have aldehydic, mainly the citrus and aromatic tones. Citrus means might be lime, lemon, orange, patitgra. Aromatic tones like mints, basil, holy basil, fennel, all these are the aromatic tones. In the hard tones, generally we are using floral absolutes or floral essential oils. For example, jasmine, not lavender. Lavender comes in aromatic family. Okay. So we are having floral tones of like champaka, lotus, tuberose. All these comes as the hard tones. But sometimes in hard tones also, depending upon the perfumery, what type of the perfumery structure we want to make, we also use aromatic tones like you said, lavender, eucalyptus. All these are also used sometimes in the hard tones because this aromatic tones gives a boost back to the hard tones. When we mix aromatic and the hard tones, it stays the perfume. It holds all the raw material. Then in the bottom tones, generally we are using all those raw material which is having most of the components that is non-volatile. Everything is volatile, but is lesser volatile. For example, we have woody. Then we have amber. Then we have musk. Tones at the bottom and many more. But you say that amber and musk are not natural. But there are some components, some constituents in the natural raw material that smells musky, that smells ambery. So we are not using any synthetic musk or synthetic amber, but we are using natural ambers and natural musk, which is a single component that is or constituent that is found in the natural herb or natural essential oil. The same type of a thing we are using essential oils for natural perfumery. We are using natural aroma molecules in these things, as well as many other natural components, only natural. So this is how we make the natural oils, natural perfumery.
Got it, sir. Sir, my question again here comes like I generally knows that alcohol is used in these perfumes. So I think alcohol or like ETH, whatever is used to like blend the perfume. Is it harmful for a human like to inhale the smell of the alcohol?
No, not at all. Because we are using a particular composition for making the perfumes. You're talking about a fine fragrance. A fine fragrance is always made by using base as an ethanol. Without ethanol, we cannot use, because see, the perfume, when you spray it, it should evaporate. And ethanol takes that natural components with it and then evaporates. Otherwise, if you're putting that perfume on your body or on your cloth and it stays only on your body and gets sticky, that is an attar. But in order to get it evaporated in the atmosphere, you have to use ethanol, because ethanol is highest volatile component. There are many others, but ethanol is never hazardous.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for telling our viewers how these natural perfumes are made. So today, as we have collected some of your perfumes which you have made, natural perfumes, obviously. So can we just like smell it and like know from you like how you have made these perfumes?
Indeed, like means which perfume you want to look around.
I think let's just go with this perfume.
Okay. So for describing it, like means generally as a perfumer, or even in when you go to the market for buying a perfume, they have this blotter. We call it as a smelling strip. You have to don't spray it on your body or your cloth to buy any perfumes when you go it. Just put it on a blotter, one spray, and then you have to hold the smelling strip from the end. So that you don't smell your own body smell from the end, because some people smell it like this. Totally wrong. You have to hold it like this and then smell it. Now this is a natural perfume which I have made 2 or 3 years back, and this is actually, we describe any natural perfume by their family. In perfumery we have the families like floral, citrus, floriental, oriental, fougere, woody, ambre. So this perfume which we have made is floral family, or you can say floriental. Floriental means floral family as well as oriental. Oriental is like it's very yummy type, like means it's having a vanilla, it's having that type of a sensation. When you smell it, you feel that you want to eat it. Sweet. And floral means you are having a lot of floral tones on that. So in this, if when I described it earlier, this is having a top tones of patet gra, orange blossoms. Then this is having basil, because I have given a little bit of herbal touch in that. And the middle tones I have used beautiful jasmine sammac, jasmine grandiflorum, as well as we have used lavender, because that's having a beautiful velvety touch. That soft touch, velvety touch is in this perfume is being given. In the bottom tones, we have given Indian sandalwood, Himalayan cedarwood, as well as some natural aroma molecules, which is giving the longevity to this fragrance. Again, the question is, the fragrance should be good. You don't have to go for how long this is lasting, because most of the people, when they go into the market, they say that how long this perfume is going to stay on your body.
Right.
First, you have to select the perfume, this natural perfume, whether it is good smelling or not. When that is good smelling, then you can ask that question, how long that is going to last. Because as soon as you go to the market, some people say, okay, how long this is going to last. First, you select the perfume. So all the natural perfumes that we are creating is having that nature sensation. When you go to the jungles, when you go to the nature, means some people are very nature loving. It's not like an urban type of a perfume. Natural perfume means you love nature. You should love nature. And this is how a natural perfume is created, so that you feel that when you're using this perfume, you feel that you're in the middle of a nature. Everything is greenery, everything is soft, everything is protecting you. This is how I can describe this natural perfume.
Again, when we talk about nature and like everything related to nature, my mind quick question there is natural perfumes are safe. How are they safe?
See, generally natural perfumery, we are using all the extracts from the herbs, and that is also under sustainable control condition, because it does not mean that we are destroying the nature. It's coming under sustainable system. Like all the natural essential oil, natural aroma molecules, or all those things that we are using in making natural perfumes should be sustainable. We should not destroy the nature, that everybody go and cut the trees and take the oil and destroy the environment. No. So now come to the question of safety. Natural perfumes, again, that totally depends upon the technology, because some of the industries might say that natural perfumes are safe, but you have to follow the regulations. There are some international regulations that you have to follow in order to design, in order to make a perfume. So in one way, I can say that yes, natural perfumes are safe if you are constructing, designing, or making that perfume as per the laws, as per the international laws, or as per the rules which are there in the market. But on other hand, I can say that if you're not following that rules, then natural perfumes might not be safe, because those natural constituents or natural essential oil are also having some allergens. So you have to use that natural perfume in such a way or in such a composition that does not cause any problem to your skin or to anything, like to your body or to anything. So I give you an answer. Natural perfumery is safe if you are designing your perfume as per the science. And natural perfumes might not be safe if you are making anything without any science.
Got it, sir. Sir, again, a question like I know, or like I have heard from someone, like these natural raw materials, the crops are being cut 2 or 3 times, 3 times, 4 times. Some crops are being cut. So why are the prices are on the higher end when like
For the natural perfumery?
yes.
That's a good question, Shivam, because this is why most of the companies have switched over to synthetic perfumery, because synthetic perfumery are man-made and the price does not fluctuate of that. And you said the crops are cut 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So why the cost of the natural perfumery is higher? Because those are natural crops, first of all. Secondly, totally depends, the price totally depends upon the natural calamities. You are talking about 1 time, 2 time, 3 time crop, that is a perennial crop. But most of the crops are cultivated crops. Only perennial crops are like palmarosa, lavender, lemongrass. Some of these crops are perennial. But most of the aromatic crops are cultivated. So that this means that there is only 1 time harvesting is done in 1 year. And that totally depends upon the demand and supply. And if there is any natural calamity is coming and the crop got destroyed, then there is a problem of pricing. First. Secondly, natural perfumery is expensive because the natural raw materials are expensive. Suppose, for example, if we are having a rose essential oil used in our natural perfumery, so the yield of rose essential oil, I'm talking about essential oil, not absolute, is approximately 0.002%. This means that many tons of the rose petals are taken in order to take only 1 drop of that rose essential oil. But yes, if you're talking about that 1 drop of rose essential oil, that is amazing and marvelous. Like only 1 drop of that rose essential oil itself is like a perfume. So this is how we don't have a control on the prices, but still we have a control on the prices. We do it because we have a control sustainable system in place. We know that at what time the crop is going to be harvested, at what time we need to collect it. So we don't have that type of scenario which comes in a market that increases the price to double or triple or fourth. But we take that buffer in our system.
And sir, my last question for this episode is what are the challenges you faced in creating or making these natural perfumes, and which is better, like synthetic perfume is better or like natural perfume is better?
There are two questions you have asked.
Yes, sir.
But still I'm going to combine both things together. There are many challenges in natural perfumery. First of all, we have very limited raw materials present. In synthetic perfumery you have immense, but in this is a big challenge. Second challenge is, of course, the pricing. And the third challenge is the regulations. There are many strict regulations coming up in the world market that is killing the natural perfumery. And means it's a bit difficult, but we have to follow the regulations because all those regulations are made to protect us.
Right.
So these are the three challenges which we are facing in natural perfumery, but we are coping up. It's coming up after COVID. There are a lot of changes that have been done in the market, and it's not like the people are just murmuring around or putting up a rumor that natural perfumery. But yes, it's linked with the wellness. Natural perfumery is linked with the wellness. It keeps you different, which I'm going to tell you in next episode that why natural perfumery is better. I'm not talking about why natural perfumery is better than synthetic perfumery. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that why natural perfumery is better and good for a human being.
Got it.
And now you ask one more question about like whether synthetic is better or natural is better. See, nobody want to eat chemicals, right? I'm not saying about perfumery because we are not eating perfumes. Nobody want to eat chemical. Nobody want to eat any adulterated foods.
Right, sir.
But every perfumery have their own pros and cons. right? Synthetic perfumery is having their pros and cons. Natural perfumery is also having their pros and cons. Like in synthetic perfumery, if you get some, means you say that in synthetic perfumery all the raw materials are sustainable, but sometimes there are some calamities also happened recently in the market, due to which one of the component got totally vanished from the market, and all the perfumers were totally hanged on how we can use and how we can make that synthetic component again in order to use in the natural in this synthetic perfumes. The same thing happens in the natural perfumery. However, we have everything in nature, but if natural calamities come, then again that is a problem. So both have pros and cons. I'm not saying that synthetic perfumery is bad. I'm not saying that natural perfumery is good. It's only about the creation, that how a perfume is created, and especially natural perfumery. Why I am towards natural perfumery. Previously, I was also making a lot of synthetic perfumes when I was in some international business, international market. But influenced by nature, I came into natural perfumery because natural perfumery is related directly to your health, to your well-being. And that is the structure of an aromatherapy which comes in. It smells good, but it also heals you. This is why I feel natural perfumery is better than synthetic perfumery. But I'm not saying that natural perfumery is not bad, or natural perfumery or synthetic perfumery is bad. I'm saying that natural perfumery is definitely heals a human being.
Thank you, sir. Let's just wind up this episode, and in the next episode, we are going to discuss how and what are the health benefits we get it from the natural perfume.
Thank you, Shivam. Thank you very much for putting me in, and hoping to discuss more and more and more about natural perfumery, because I can dive into the sea of perfumes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.